On this Memorial Day, like every Memorial Day for me, my thoughts turn to Corporal Lyndon Eiler. In April of 1968, we were both with Charlie Company of the 228th Aviation Battalion, 1st Air Cavalry Division, in a place called Camp Evans in Vietnam. 1st Cavalry had gone into the Ashell Valley to clean out the NVA there that had been in control for over 3 years. Of course, the NVA by that time had radar-controlled anti-aircraft, and so we lost quite a few aircraft in the early days. And on April 23rd, they asked for volunteers to go in on a Chinook and retrieve a down chopper, and I volunteered for that mission. I grabbed my steel pot, frag vest, and my weapon, and I went down to the Chinook, and we sat inside the aircraft for a couple hours, and then word came down that the mission had been scrubbed because there were low clouds over the valley and we couldn't get in there. The next day, they asked for new volunteers, and it was Lyndon Eiler. Lyndon Eiler, who had the cot next to mine in our tent. Lyndon Eiler took my place. He went down to the ship, and that morning there were no low clouds over the valley, and I watched it lift off, praying for the best. But that wasn't the way it worked out. The NVA were waiting, and they ambushed that Chinook, shot it out of the air, and Lyndon Eiler was killed with 3 others. I don't cry so much for Eiler. He doesn't have anything to worry about anymore. But every year, I think mostly of his mom and dad, who in 1968 got that telegram that said, "You'll never see your son again." Like every mother and father who've lost a son, it opens a hole that can never be filled. But one thing we can do is see to it that these military adventures are stopped, that Congress assume its role. Don't be cowards. Don't turn over to the administration the ability to send us into these conflicts. If you want war, declare it. If you want war, then you institute the draft. No exemptions. We're either in this or we're not. Never again. Never again. That's my view. We owe it to Eiler. We owe it to his parents. We owe it to my other buddies in A&B Company. Larry Higginson, who was 20 years old. McManus. All the people that died. And that died in Iraq. These wars that aren't wars. They are. We need to cut back our military adventures. We need to bring back these troops we have in 130 different countries and 700 different installations. And start taking care of America. Rebuilding America. So that when we're forced to send troops, it will be as a last resort, not the first, as Mr. Bush did. These young men and women that are the heart and soul of America, our most precious commodity, if you want to say it. They deserve better. Our Congress has to step up, and our president, and do what's right. War should always be the very, very last resort. God bless Lyndon Eiler. God bless Larry Higginson, and God bless McManus. And let's see to it that from here on, our government, our Congress, our president, do what's right. Think of these people. Think of America on Memorial Day. And let's make this country what it once was. Land of opportunity for all. Not a warmonger nation, but a nation of peace. A nation of prosperity. Thanks.